Let's Talk Health with Ted Emanuel is brought to you by JMMB.
Welcome to Let's Talk Health with our host, Ted Emanuel, and welcome to all our viewers at home. Today's topic is one that most, if not all of us, have had some direct experience with. Growing up, if I was ever sick, my grandmother always had some kind of remedy or another to make sure that I felt better. Today's topic, we will be looking at home remedies. Ted, what are home remedies?
Well, home remedies, when Almighty God created man, He created the vegetations, the food, to be used as medicine. Today, it's a bit different. You know, we have modern medicine. We have prescriptions. But those foods are still there. The knowledge and understanding have been put back or pushed aside for convenience. But in the macrobiotic way, which is the big way, we see the body as a whole and not as a part. So we work with the body from a systematic perspective and not a symptomatic one. Using herbs really, or food, is to actually influence the blood, to either bring it up, to stimulate it, or sedate it, or actually to purify it. So it is vitally important that we understand that food is life, food is energy, food is intelligence. And without it, sickness can never be definitively cured. And that's why we say some of the things we have right here in the kitchen are the things that we use. Not to be neglecting modern medicine. We're not saying by any means to abandon your medical doctor if something comes on and is serious enough, or you have no doubt as to what is going on, not to go to your medical doctor and be fully checked out. Because by no means we're trying to push aside anything or anyone. We're just doing what God says.
Ted, can these home remedies be harmful?
Well, yes or no. Anything one abuses can be harmful. Let's take water, for instance. If you overdrink, and one can indeed overdrink based on your metabolic condition and the condition of your renal system, the excretory system. If you overuse water, can be one of the most harmful things that you can do. Let's take a herb like cerasee. Cerasee running on the ground is different than cerasee running on the fence. So if one who is hyperactive is going to use cerasee growing on a fence and use it excessively like my mother did, every day she had to have cerasee, a large cup of cerasee. That can be harmful, you know. So it is moderation that we look forward to. It's just like in even medication, prescribed medication. Some people think more is better. So if yesterday they took it and today they're feeling better, they might go and double the dosage. It can be harmful that way. So we ought to be guided by professionals or by our traditional healers and follow instructions carefully. And that's where we can be safe.
Okay, let's give us a bit of an idea on exactly some of the home remedies that you'll be sharing with the viewers today.
Okay. How to stop a nosebleed. Too many times you get a child who's been running around, breaks a blood vessel in the nose, and starts a nosebleed. Well, we're going to show you how to stop it within 3 minutes or less. Okay? Constipation, quite prevalent in our society. How to assist the body to release, to discharge. Diarrhea, for instance, what to do to stop it. If, in fact, it is to be stopped, because it's not all diarrhea you ought to stop because it just started. Sometimes you want to let it flow, but must be monitored. So those are things we're going to talk about. How to release stagnation from the body. How to help a sluggish body release poisonous blood, and so forth. So we have a lot in store for...
Sounds like it.
Yeah, for our audience.
We've just been hearing about home remedies. Ted has given us a bit of a taster. Things from stopping a nosebleed, constipation. If you want to learn more, you need to tune back in after this break. You're watching Let's Talk Health with Ted Emanuel. Welcome back to Let's Talk Health with Ted Emanuel. If you're just joining us, we've been focusing today on home remedies. Now, as you can see, we have a wide selection of products that you would find at home. Ted, please explain exactly what each of these things are.
Well, first of all, you have ordinary organic brown rice here, which was carbonated, in a way of speaking, put in the oven until it was this color. So this is not how actually brown rice look. This is your ordinary organic brown rice. Now, we put this in the oven, and then we take it from here and we boil it, for instance, for like 2 to 3 hours with extra water. And this is used for someone who is an elderly person that is weak, or a person that's been sick and weak and not digesting well. So we boil it, and then we strain it, and we give them with, say, we boil it with a strip of kombu or half a strip of kombu, or even with a plum. Okay? Now, your ordinary brown rice, as you see here, this is one of your most stabilizing food for the blood. It centers the blood, meaning it is bringing the pH of the blood from acidic to alkaline when used. It's one of the most alkalizing of all your grains. Would be brown rice, then millet. Millet is a tiny grain, just like bird seeds, but is widely used all over Africa, Asia, and those places. Now in the West, they've been using it. Millet is very high in B6 and protein. This is quite a nourishing food. We have cornmeal, good old cornmeal. Cornmeal is used here for many things, but mainly for the kidneys. Most people don't like it unless it's just cornmeal porridge, but we use it for a wide range of things. As you see here, we have the corn. And corn, we use the corn as kidney food, as I said, cornmeal, right? The corn silk, the silk of the corn is used as a tea, for instance. Most people throw this away. This is most valuable for the renal system. When a man has a stoppage of water or is not excreting urine well enough, this is used. This is used widely for prostate problems, for instance. This is very, very good. You can eat it or you can boil it, okay? Strain it and drink it. Even this part of the corn that you throw away is used. You can boil this for an hour or two for the renal system, but we throw everything away. The inner part of the corn, okay? Once you finish eating the corn, you don't throw that away. This part of is very good when you eat it for roughage, also to clean, to sweep the colon.
Okay.
So everything here is used with a purpose.
And in entirety.
Right.
Okay.
So because I'm on the kidneys, folks, cabbage, not to get away from the grains to vegetables, but cabbage, when used, is really good for the kidneys also. You can boil it, you can drink the water, or you can eat it raw. It's best eaten raw. Most people, they boil it and they boil it so long, they destroy most of the nutrients.
Yep.
Okay? We prefer when it's green. And you can see here you had worms on it because it's organically thing. But again, you want the greener part of the cabbage rather than stripping it down to the core of the cabbage and only using the white part. The green part has chlorophyll that makes blood. But most people throw that away. So you go to the supermarket, you see all these white-looking
Cabbage. They've stripped them, haven't
they
they?
strip them, you know, for aesthetics. We're not going for aesthetics here. We're going for purpose. Why are we eating these things? But let me get back to the grains. We have oats. We don't use bastardized oats, meaning processed oats. We use organic rolled oats. Yeah. You can soak it. You can use it anyway. You can boil it. You can boil it for 2 to 3 hours. You can boil it for half an hour. The longer you boil any of the grains, the easier it is for your digestive system. Some people think you will overcook them. That's not true, folks. You can overcook these things, the vegetables, first of all, but not the grains.
Right.
The sea vegetables, some of them you want to just soak overnight. Some of them, and I'll explain each one, you would want to boil. And you can boil them, depends on what you are seeking. Just like carbonizing the kombu. I put this in the oven for almost 2.5 hours on the slow heat, so it is carbonized. This one is the actually dried kombu.
Before it's been carbonized.
Before it's been carbonized. But you see, we have it here, carbonized, where you can just crush it up, okay? And we use this for many, many things to strengthen the blood. For a person who is elderly, we also use it as what we call for brushing of the teeth or strengthening the gum. Just as we do with, just as we do with the eggplant. This is carbonized eggplant, the hood of the eggplant. This part of the eggplant, we remove this part of it. And this is most valuable for bleeding gum, for instance. We carbonize it, and you see, we can crush it up into a powder, and we boil it with a pinch of salt. Or we carbonize it, and we grind it up with salt, and we brush the teeth to strengthen the gum, for instance. A lot of people eat wide foods, like a lot of refined flour things. Weakens the gum, cause expansion in the gum, especially when they drink too much liquid along with those things. So the teeth have a way of being spaced. You see a lot of people with spaced teeth.